Hello, everybody. Welcome back, loves. Welcome to Queen Cancer Tarot channel. My name is Catherine, and I am here to bring you clarity, guidance, and love messages. And give me one moment. All right, sorry about that, guys. But let's go ahead and get started. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you are new, please drop a yellow heart or hashtag win in the comment section. And you can do that for every video that you see me upload. So please make sure your notifications are set for all so that every time my readings are posting, you will get a notification. And when you put that heart in the comments, that enters you into the drawing for a free reading. So I will be doing the winner announcements on tomorrow, you guys. So please look forward for that. I also am going to be booking readings as of next week. So next week, probably on Monday, I will be open for booking readings again. I did have hand surgery. I'm still healing right now, but I'm going to be having my sutures removed on this week. So I'll likely be able to do readings, okay, after that. But I just want to make sure I take it easy. So I have a lot of protection. I have a lot of protection on my hand right now. So that should keep things where they need to be. Let me adjust the volume here. Okay. Okay, y'all. So Cancers, how are you doing? Please make sure you guys go and check my other two channels. I read for all 12 signs on She Reads Tarot and on Tarot Talk Live. I do true crime tarot reading and also conspiracy theory tarot. Okay. Yeah. And you guys, I'm going to be going live on all three of my channels much more often. So please look out for that as well. I promised once I get set up in the studio that I would be going live, and I am getting there. It is a lot of work, you guys. Just kind of unpacking my life, right? And figuring out what things I need, what I don't, cleaning off everything before I really, give it a home in my new home. I want to make sure that all the energy is clear and everything is just good, So, and I feel so good. It's the energy in here is so good, you guys, so good. Not one gnat exists in this place. Okay. If there is, it is sheer coincidence and a fluke. Okay. Because maybe I left the door open, but no, there are no gnats. There are no fruit flies. There are no distractions as far as that goes, because I really cannot stand gnats. It's like one of my pet peeves. And it seemed like that house had some sort of a issue. And I'm telling you, I feel like it was Spirit's way of getting me out of there. Because every time I go back there now to get my stuff, there's nothing. I don't see anything. I don't see any gnats. I don't see any fruit. It's just absolutely amazing, you guys. So Spirit has a way of letting you know when it's time for you to move. You know what I mean? Sure will. It says, look at the bigger picture here. So some of you may need to stop focusing on what's right in front of you, because I feel like that is going to distract you from what is coming. There is something bigger that is coming. You may be distracted because you're concerned about, whatever it is that you may be earning. Okay. Maybe you want a higher living wage, a higher, salary, however it is, more clients, more this, more that. But there could be something on the back end there is something on the back end. Okay. that you are not focusing in on. Okay? You need to focus on something. If you look closely at this card, you can see a candle in the moon. And it also looks like a scale as well, but there's a candle right in the center, a lit candle. And had you not really focused in on this, you wouldn't really see the bigger picture here. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's something that you can't quite see because you're looking at what's right in front of you, which is this big red circle. Okay. But if you look at the bigger picture, okay, there's something else there. Luck is on your side. And we have another candle here. Okay. We have another candle. New moon in Sagittarius. And this is full moon in Sagittarius. Okay, I guess this is the Sagittarius. Okay, so Cancer, you may be dealing with the Sagittarius, but this is also giving me fire energy. And I'm seeing this one candle that is lit in both of these cards here. Ace of Wands energy is giving me yes energy. It's giving me move forward. It's giving me green light. It's giving me something that you're very passionate about. So there's something that I feel like you're going to be very excited about. There's something that you're going to be getting. I feel like the green light is lit for you. You're going to be getting a yes. So right now, if you're being told no, or if it seems like something is not attainable, please don't focus on that. There's something that is coming your way. You are going to be getting a yes or an open door. Something you've been wanting to do is getting ready to happen. Let's see here. What else do you have here for Cancer? Tell me about Cancer, please. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, okay? So we have in the reverse, you guys, take time to breathe out. And this is in the reverse, disseminating moon. Every time I see take time to breathe out in the upright, I'm getting an energy of someone being extremely excited about something. It's like they're hyperventilating almost with excitement. Do you know what I'm saying? When it's in the reverse, this is almost like someone's passions are being quieted or are being numbed down. Under the deck, we have a time for healing. A time for healing. And then we have communication is key. And this is in the reverse, you guys. So there's something about right now where I feel like you're not wanting to do a lot of communicating or talking. And it's almost an energy of feeling very down, like you're almost in a bit of a dark place right now. With the time for healing here, it's almost an energy of being very low energetically and emotionally. And it could be because you're not looking at the bigger picture. I feel like there's something that is coming. Someone has told you no, or there's something that has happened that has caused you to have a lack of faith. But luck is on your side. Let's see. Tell me more about this energy. Things are going to fall into place. Things may be very chaotic right now. I feel like things are very chaotic right now, and it doesn't seem like anything is going to work out. Okay. It seems like every single thing that you may need to make things work is not present. You don't know how, where you're supposed to start or what you're supposed to start with. So this is the energy of someone who's at rock bottom. This is someone who's sitting in a situation where they can't really look at the bigger picture because there's so much going on in front of them that is just kind of negative. And it's got you in a very negative, low energy. But things are going to be changing. Let's see. Tell me more about Cancer. Tell me about looking at the bigger picture. Tell me about looking at the bigger picture. Okay, we got a flipper here. So we have big, happy changes. See? There's something that is coming that you can't see that's going on behind the scenes. Something that's already in motion. Tell me about luck being on your side. So it says no need to worry. And you have the sun. Look at this. Look at this. Fire energy. Fire energy. And what did I say? There's an energy of needing to have confidence. And this is also about something good. Something good is getting ready to take place. No need to worry. No need to focus on whatever the situation is that is right in front of you right now, Cancer. Don't focus in on it. It says, take time to breathe out. And this is in the reverse. This is almost like saying, just hold your breath, Cancer, because by the time you exhale, it's all going to be over. Do you see what I'm saying? It's almost saying it's safe for you to hold your breath and wait for it because it's going to happen any moment now. Tell me about taking the time to breathe out in the reverse. Taking the time to breathe out in the reverse. It's like saying, calm down. No need to worry. You can relax, right? It's an energy of you can relax. No need to hyperventilate. No need to be anxious. No need to hold your breath. You see what I'm saying? Ooh, look at this. There's something better, Cancer. There is something better that is on its way to you in the form of a major blessing. See, under the deck, you have unlikely. That's why you're sitting in this energy, because I feel like right now you're telling yourself, or the situation looks very unlikely. Do you see what I'm saying? All you can see around you is, darker clouds. But it says the door to personal healing and happiness. And this is very near. We have perfect timing coming. Perfect timing. And then we have the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron here, number 40. This is all about using your intuition or your third eye. This is also about you being in divine communication with spirit, or spirit being in divine communication with you. And listen, perfect timing. So spirit is going to come in with a message that is going to allow you to tap into your third eye. And I feel like once you get that divine guidance, once you have that communication with spirit, you're automatically going to relax. You know what I mean? This is all about you trusting. This is all about you trusting. And I did another reading for Aquarius on my other channel, She Reads Tarot, which was very, very, very similar energy. But listen, with unlikely here, door to personal healing and happiness. So I feel that things are unlikely because you have not stepped through the door to healing. That's why it says a time for healing here. Do you see what I mean? Look at this. So we have communication is key. This is in the reverse, right? And then we have a time for healing. And then we have the sixth chakra here, Archangel Metatron. So right now, spirit is sending in a divine message. The Archangel Metatron is coming in with a divine message, letting you know that communication is key and you have not been communicating with spirit. So therefore, you're not able to heal on a spiritual level. All right. Once you begin to communicate in a divine way with spirit, then that door to personal healing and happiness will be open to you. Right now, the door is closed because you know what? You're focusing on what's right in front of you. You're not looking at the bigger picture. You're still focusing on what's right in front of you. So big, happy changes are unable to truly come in. That's why it's saying, sometimes you have to truly let go. And once you do, it's going to be like perfect timing. What did I tell you? It's almost like the moment you release it to spirit is the moment that everything else is going to kick in for you. And I feel like you're realizing that. Okay. I feel like you're starting to calm down. I feel like maybe you were in a position where, you couldn't take the time to breathe out. You know what I mean? Because you were so anxious all the time, because you were sitting there focused on everything you were looking at. I would go crazy if I looked at the situations that I'm dealing with. February 4th, 2025, I thought that my grandbabies were going for a visit to the doctor's office and coming later that day. I haven't seen them since. You know what I mean? And it's been an absolute nightmare for me. And I just recently stopped crying. The tears that I cry now are tears to God. And He has taken that pain. But I still feel loss, right, for them, and I grieve for them, but it gets easier, and I know that it's going to be in perfect timing. There were some things that needed to happen first. I needed to move. I needed to separate myself from a very long relationship that I needed to separate myself from, and I wouldn't have done it probably if I had my babies with me. I wouldn't have done it. So God knows everything that you need. This card flipped out, and I'm going to go ahead and take it. He knows everything that you need better than you do. Do you know what I'm saying, Cancer? So I feel that, like I say, now that I'm actually receiving that and being thankful for that and doing what I need to do with the time that I've been given to do this, God is going to bless me. And when they come back, I'm going to be ready 100% to enjoy my time with them. 100%. And with my daughter, 100%, there's not going to be any distractions when my daughter comes back around. You know what I mean? Not me going through a chaotic relationship or anything like that. That is over with, you know? So God knows everything. God knows everything. No need to worry. No need to worry. Have confidence. Look at this. No need to worry with the sun. Have confidence, because why? Luck is on your side. Cancer, it's telling you right here. It just took me a minute. You have to let these messages cook sometimes, you know. But let's just get a couple more out of this deck here. Tell me about Cancer, please. Angels inside. Tell me about Cancer. Angels inside. Yep. Yep. Gratitude. Okay. So we have shine. We have gratitude in the reverse. We have space or imagine, and we have space. So for me, I feel like with shine here and gratitude in the reverse, because this says, may you honor all that you receive. And this is in the reverse. And shine, may you be a lighthouse, right? So here's the thing. There is an obvious conflict here, right? And I feel that even though with gratitude in the reverse, your light is still shining. Even though you may feel on the back end that you don't, you know, you're not getting exactly what it is that you are wanting right now. Do you know what I'm saying? There's that energy of not allowing that to dim your light. Okay? Not allowing it to dim your light. Do you know why? Because with imagine here, this is all about you doing what? Looking at the bigger picture, having an open mind, Cancer. It says, may you look beyond what can be seen. Holy Spirit, look at this. Look at it. May you look beyond what can be seen. Do you see what I'm saying? And look at what it says here directly above it. Look at this. There is something better. It says, take time to breathe out. And this is in the reverse. There's something better. Imagine it. You just have to see it. In order to manifest it, you have to be able to see it and know it. Even though you may not feel the gratitude, you may be walking around and, you know, and not feeling that things are going your way. Let's put it that way. Not feeling that things are going your way. You don't want to sit in that energy of not being grateful, right? And then we have space here. It says, may your heart and your scope expand. So do you see what this is doing? It's all about the bigger picture. This entire reading is all about you needing to look at the bigger picture. May you expand your scope. If it's not working, what is right in front of you, you need to look beyond that. And Spirit is wanting you to look beyond that. And once you do, once you use your third eye, once you activate your third eye and look beyond these two eyes, okay? Once you get on a level that is beyond what is in front of you, which is the two eyes looking at the peripheral and 3D, and you get into this 4, 5D in this third eye here, that's when, with perfect timing, everything is going to change. So I bet you when we get to the tarot messages, we're definitely going to see that Wheel of Fortune coming out, or a tower. Okay, I'm expecting Wheel of Fortune, a tower, or both. Okay, because this is you changing your view. When you change your view, or when you change your attitude, your view changes, and vice versa. I'm telling you right now. So let's look at the tarot messages, and then we'll pull a couple more oracle messages later. All right. So we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. About Cancer, please. And we have the Six of Wands here. And this wanted to come out in the reverse, so I guess we have to take that in the reverse. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands in the reverse. Tell me more. Oh, that was a flipper. Tell me more about Cancer, please. Tell me more about Cancer. Okay. And then we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. Aries, Leo, Sag. Along with the King of Wands. Okay. And the King of Pentacles. Both of these cards came out together. We'll take them together. Fire, earth energy here. Tell me about Cancer. Okay, I keep getting flippers here. Look at this. High Priestess coming out here in the reverse. And look at that. The Three of Swords coming out here. Okay. Under the deck, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Death card, and the Hermit. Scorpio, Virgo energy. Scorpio, Virgo, Piscean energy. I see all the signs here, really. But let's go ahead and get started here. So, okay. So here we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Wands in the reverse. This is honestly this is someone who is very, very okay. This is an energy, and I don't know. Queen of Pentacles can refer to someone who takes care of someone who is very some others look up to this person for comfort, for nurturing. This could be maternal. Okay, we could be talking of energy of domestic. Okay, domestic maternal energy. So someone who may have children, someone who may be married, someone who may also be the provider or the breadwinner in the home. But this could also just refer to someone who's very, very caring and compassionate, right? the Six of Wands is in the reverse, right? This is not good energy. This is all about someone who's, really feeling like they haven't been being recognized for everything that they do, right? Someone who is given everything that they have to support others and care for others. But this is not coming back to them. So they're feeling very, very unloved, very unreciprocated energy here that is taking place. All right. So you may be sitting in a situation where, you know, you're doing all these things for the people that you care about, or people that you may even live with these people. Some of you, I'm getting an energy of you live with this person and you do all these things for this person. You may cook, you may clean, you may pay the bills, you may do a lot of things, and I feel like there's a lack of reciprocation coming from the other person. So we'll see how that resonates. As a matter of fact, yeah, we'll see how that resonates when we come back and clarify this. So we have the Three of Wands here in the reverse. Okay. This is an obstacle. This is a delay of some kind. This also is an energy of something that is not moving, right? It's not going anywhere. We have the King of Pentacles and we have the King of Wands. Both of these cards, first of all, they're both kings, so they're both like decision makers, right? It's also giving me an indication of masculine energy, but we have an indication of, we have a planner and we have someone who is a provider, okay? Someone who is providing and planning. So this is like a CEO of sorts, okay? However, and this is in the current energy, right? However, we have this Three of Wands energy that is coupled with this. This is an obstacle in plans and an obstacle in provisions. Someone or something is being an obstacle or a deterrent. You may be, sitting here paying the electric bill every single month, and there's an energy of someone that you're with that may be leaving the lights on. You may turn the lights off, and this person may come right behind you and turn them back on and then go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Or turn the lights on and leave the house. Very, very irresponsible, but also it's like it's a deterrent. It's taking you backwards. All your efforts or everything that you're doing, this person is undoing it, right? There's the energy of undoing everything that you're trying to do, causing a blockage, okay? So we have the High Priestess in the reverse, right? Okay. This has given me indication of kind of repressing what you know to be the truth, okay? Turning off your intuition, not using your third eye, or may even a case of being in denial about something. We have the Three of Swords here. So this is an indication that the thought of this is something that you're not really wanting to deal with, or it may be too difficult, or it could be that you're repressing this because the moment you acknowledge it, you know that you're going to be separating from this because you're not going to be able to deal with it. Once you acknowledge it, once you give it credence, there's an energy of automatic needing to address the matter. You know what I mean? So this is like someone who's putting off a situation. They're putting off acknowledging a situation because they don't really want to lose something or someone. That's why, with looking at the bigger picture and big happy changes here, see what I mean? And shine. There's an energy of needing to turn the light on the situation in order to look at it closely, to see what you really need to see to make the changes that you need to make in order to get to where you know you are trying to go. You know full well that you're not going to be able to get anywhere in a situation with someone who is like this, or who is oppressing you, or who is keeping you from your goals, or someone who's holding you back, or someone who's creating obstacles or deterrents for you, Cancer. Take it however it resonates, okay? You can use my example, or you know what I'm saying? You may have your own situation where this kind of falls into play. This is saying you are obviously it's already happening. There's already things that are happening behind the scenes, but you're going to have to separate. This Three of Swords is in the future energy, okay? And the High Priestess in the reverse is. So it's telling me that you're not looking at the entire situation, because you know if you were, you would be making these changes, and you would be making them right away. The minute you make the changes that you need to make, like I said, it's unlikely right now because you're still looking at the smaller picture here. But once that door to personal healing and happiness opens, and you start to take time to heal, you see what I'm saying? Communication is key in the reverse. Once you start to open that door, it says a fiery climax approaches. I'm telling you, you're going to get to your destination, okay? Things are going to get set into motion automatically. Things are going to happen. Perfect timing, right? Perfect timing. And then we have this sixth chakra didn't come out by mistake. Third eye. Okay. So again, the High Priestess in the reverse right now, but as soon as that third eye is activated, like perfect timing, like a switch, everything is going to open up. Everything is going to open up. This Seven of Swords here is going to turn into a Ten of Cups situation. It's almost like you can't see the roses for the weeds that are in front of them. Okay, we have 13 and we have the Hermit underneath the deck. This makes even more sense. This is all about making changes, and that Hermit energy is an energy of someone who is evaluating. They're seeing themselves in the situation, right? What did I say? Changing your view changes your attitude, and changing your attitude changes your view. That is what this energy is. Once you change your view, Cancer, your attitude is going to change. So what are some of the obstacles that you may be facing in this situation? Sorry, guys. What are the obstacles for Cancer? As a matter of fact, I wanted to use this deck here. Okay. What are the obstacles for Cancer, please? What are the obstacles for Cancer? What are the obstacles for Cancer, please? What are the obstacles for Cancer? What are the obstacles for Cancer, please? Okay. What are the obstacles for Cancer, please? Obstacles Cancer. Nothing comes out. I'll look under the deck. Okay, very good. So we have karmic message under the deck. Karmic message, Cancer. 37. Okay, 10. Once again, this is adding up to an ending here. Okay, this is adding up to an ending. And I feel like the message is, once you realize that you are in a karmic situation, and that once you let this situation go and you allow yourself to be healed, or allow that third eye to be open, whatever it is that you need to find out, that's when spirit is going to bless you, because you're trusting in spirit to show you. Look, we have duality here. See this? Duality again, and this is number 11. It's not all about you doing it by yourself. It's about you realizing that spirit is, you are working one in hand, you're working hand in hand with spirit. You're not on your own in this matter. But that karmic message and duality, this is also an energy of you doing it yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? But you will suffer the consequences of that as well. So there it is. Under the deck, what did I tell you, y'all? Look at this. Submission, number 30. Okay? 3. Creation, the creator. I feel like, again, this is all about you being submissive to spirit in this case. All right. This is, oh my God, communication. Look at this. Once you submit to your third eye, once you submit to that divine energy, once you listen and receive that message from Archangel Metatron, do you see what I'm saying? Once you stop repressing that information that you know to be the truth, and you allow and you open yourself up to whatever information spirit has for you, that's when that communication is going to come in. That's when you're going to be blessed with that communication. So allow spirit to assist you. Stop trying to do everything on your own, but also at the same time being fully submissive and open to the messages, okay, that spirit has. If you're not going to receive the message that you need to change or see someone for who they are or what they are, then what's the purpose of asking spirit for the message, right? What came out? So we got 2 cards that fell out. So we got the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups. See what I'm saying? It's like, if you're just going to be in your own head about the situation and do what you want to do anyway, like, what's the point? What's the point? Underneath the deck, we have the 4 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. No, the 4 of Cups and the Hierophant. There it is. There is the message, baby. There is the message, okay? So the 4 of Cups is all about kind of you not really paying attention to, and we have the Hierophant here, okay? And this is all about an awakening. This is all about you waking up, right? I feel like you were in that energy of 4 of Cups, right? Because you were too busy focusing on the cups that were, you know what I mean? You were still focused on the cup that you didn't want, that you couldn't even see the other cups that were still there. Do you know what I mean? So that makes a lot of sense. You were too busy focusing on the cup that you didn't want, the cup that didn't feel good, the cup that wasn't giving back, the cup that was always empty every time you went to it, that you couldn't even see the other cups that were full, that were around right next to you. Do you know what I mean? So spirit wants you to start looking at things differently. Look at spirit as that full cup. He is coming to Either fill the cup that is empty, replace whatever has been spilled, stolen, dropped, kicked, thrown out the window, whatever someone did with the contents that were in your cup. Spirit is there waiting to refill it. Okay. To the point where it's running over. But you need to be able to look at spirit to fill that cup and not look at the situation that is a failed situation that's never going to fill anybody's cup. Do you see what I'm saying? Stop focusing on things that are not going to be able to assist you and focus on everything that is going to be there for you. Do you see what I mean? So what is the advice? What is the advice for my Cancers? Okay. So we patience, baby. Listen. Number 16, patience in the reverse. What else do we have here? Patience in the reverse. I feel like there's an energy of you have waited long enough. Spirit is saying to take action. Spirit is saying it's time to take action right now. You need to move. There's energy of needing to move. See, we have deceit here. Spirit is saying you've waited long enough, right? No need to further deceive yourself, or there's an energy of people that are around you that are deceiving, right? You're needing to see things for what they are. So I do feel like you're in a situation where you are being unloved, whatever it is that you're giving with the Queen of Cups, however you're nurturing and caring for others with the Six of Wands in the reverse, it's not coming back to you. They're not loving you back the way that you're loving them. All right. 2 + 5 is also 7. That is also that 7 of Swords energy that we saw. So it's time for you to move on. So we have in the near future here. Okay. So again, someone is going to deceive you in the near future if you don't pick up your feet and go. There's the energy of not needing to wait for someone to deceive you again. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in the near future. All right. Spirit is giving you a warning here. Okay. Oh, wow. So look, we have the temple path in the reverse. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And this is in the reverse. 1 + 2 is 3. Again, it's like don't continue wasting your time moving forward with this energy. All right. Under the deck, it says communicate. Oh my God, y'all. I can't right now. I am so done. Literally, it says communicate clearly. And it says listen to your intuition. And it says freaking recovery. And yes, I told you. And it says not the right time. Okay. If you go back at the beginning of the message, y'all, literally, time to breathe out. There's something better. 6 of Wands. No. Here it is. Perfect timing. And this says not the right time. And it says space. And this is the third eye. See, this is what Spirit was telling you. This is what Spirit is telling you. There's something that your third eye, your intuition is telling you that you need space. It is not the right time for this situation. Is not the one. Once you clear things, once you clear your energy, get these people out of your way, you imagine yourself in a better position. Do you understand me? That is when things are going to open up for you automatically. Automatically. 3 of Swords. I told you that 3 of Swords came into play in the future. So again, you're going to be cutting someone off. You're going to be realizing that the situation that you're in is not the right situation. Spirit has something better for you. And, this is not a time for you to be trying to go back and forth with spirit right now, it's time for you to be more submissive and trusting because you're getting a warning. This is a message about a karmic. This is someone who is going to be doing the same thing again. Okay. Four of Cups in the Hierophant is an obvious indication of a separation. This is someone that you either live with or you are married to this person. Take the message how it resonates, Cancer. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the message. I will be back with more, and I am going to be going live soon. Check me out on my other channels, you guys. Please check me out on Tarot Talk Live. There is some very amazing and beautiful readings that are uploaded as of recent, you guys, that I have done. So go and check them out. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.